Imagine the claustrophobic belly of a nuclear submarine, the USS Santa Fe, plunged into silence yet buzzing with tension. Captain Marquet orders his crew to pull a sequence of controls fast and sharp. But something's wrong. The crew waits, hesitates, then moves in robotic obedience, even though they can tell the order itself is impossible to carry out. Marquet's stomach drops. What's broken isn't just a gear or gauge, it's trust, leadership itself. How does a captain reverse that, and what if everybody on board led instead of followed? Right after taking command, Marquet faces disaster. This moment cracks open traditional naval leadership's biggest flaw. On his first day commanding the USS Santa Fe, Marquet tells a helmsman set depth to 300 feet. The boy hesitates but executes it anyway, an impossible order given the sub's current configuration. When Marquet asks why he did it, the reply is chilling, "Because you told me to." This moment cracks his trusted leader-follower script wide open. Traditional leadership is like driving with blinders on. You see forward, you decide, everyone else just obeys. Marquet realized this was a dangerous gap. It's as if the captain is the only person with a roadmap, but the crew is expected to blindly steer. Without real control or understanding, errors become disasters waiting to happen. By flipping the script and pushing decision-making down, Marquet transformed the Santa Fe's culture. Now every crew member owns their actions and speaks up before executing. Instead of "I'm told," it became "I act because I understand." And the results, the sub went from worst morale and retention to top performance and pride in the fleet. Marquet fights his instincts to control tightly. Instead, he experiments with something radical, giving control to his crew. It sounds simple, but it's revolutionary. On the Santa Fe, Marquet instructs his officers to say "I intend to" before acting, shifting the norm from asking permission to declaring decisions. For example, a junior officer might say, "I intend to adjust ballast," making the action clear and owned. This tiny linguistic shift rewires authority and accountability on the sub. Think of leadership like a flame passed through a chain. Instead of hoarding the fire, Marquet handed the torch down at every rung, training the crew to think, decide, and lead within their roles. Skills and confidence grow because control isn't just allowed, it's expected, lighting a collective fire of competence. The payoff: the crew becomes a team of leaders, anticipating problems and fixing issues without waiting. Error rates plummet, morale soars, and performance rockets. This intent-based leadership didn't just change a process, it remade an entire culture with resilience and trust at its core. How did a submarine once stained by low morale and errors break records? Marquet's experiments didn't just improve tactics, they created leaders everywhere. Within months, the USS Santa Fe's performance flipped spectacularly. The submarine went from dead last in morale, efficiency, and retention to best in the entire fleet. Crew members began to volunteer for tough tasks, speak up about problems, and felt proud rather than pressured. Their ownership was a rocket fuel for excellence. Ownership means the freedom and responsibility to act rightly, not blindly follow orders. Marquet's crews started treating the sub like their own business, interrupting potential failures and innovating processes. They stopped being passengers on a ship and instead became captains of their own roles. Marquet confesses the hardest part was releasing his own grip on control. Leaders often believe their job is to command, but real power lies in trust and empowerment. Letting go unleashed waves of leadership, proving that when you stop leading followers, you start creating leaders. Back in that silent control room on the USS Santa Fe, the impossible order now feels like a relic, a symptom of old habits. Marquet's real victory was rewriting the leadership code, giving control to those closest to the work. So here's a quick toast-worthy takeaway. Next time you're about to tell someone what to do, flip it. Ask them, "What do you intend to do?" You might just turn your whole team around. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.